This is our read aloud, Legend by Marie Lu. I'm going to read the first few pages of it for you today. My mother thinks I'm dead. Obviously, I'm not dead, but it's safer for her to think so. At least twice a month, I see my wanted poster flashed on the jumbotrons scattered throughout downtown Los Angeles. It looks out of place up there. Most of the pictures on the screens are of happy things, smiling children standing under a bright blue sky, tourists posing before the Golden Gate ruins, Republic commercials in neon colors. There's also anti-colonies propaganda. The colonies want our land, the ads declare. They want what they don't have. Don't let them conquer your homes. Support the cause. Then there's my criminal report. It lights up the jumbotrons in all its multicolored glory. Wanted by the Republic, file number 462178-3233, Day. Wanted for assault, arson, theft, destruction of military property, and hindering the war effort. 200,000 Republic notes for information leading to his arrest. Well, so they don't use dollars in this society, it's notes. They always have a different photo running alongside my report. One time it was a boy with glasses and a head full of thick copper curls. Another time it was a boy with black eyes and no hair at all. Sometimes I'm black, sometimes white, sometimes olive or brown or yellow or red or whatever else they can think of. In other words, the Republic has no idea what I look like. They don't seem to know much of anything about me, except that I'm young, and that when they run my fingerprints, they don't find a match in their database. That's why they hate me, why I'm the most dangerous criminal in the country. But not the most dangerous criminal in the country, but the most wanted. I make them look bad. It's early evening, but it's already pitch black outside, and the jumbotron's reflections are visible in the street's puddles. I sit on a crumbling window ledge 3 stories up, hidden from view behind rusted steel beams. This used to be an apartment complex, but it's fallen into disrepair. Broken lanterns and glass shards litter the floor of this room, and paint is peeling from every wall. In one corner, an old portrait of Elector Primo lies face up on the ground. I wonder who used to live here. No one's cracked enough to let their portrait of the Elector sit discarded on the floor like that. My hair, as usual, is tucked inside an old newsboy cap. My eyes are fixed on the one small-story house across the road. My hands fiddle with the pendant tied around my neck. Tess leans across the room's other window, watching me closely. I'm restless tonight, as always. She can sense it. The plague has hit the lake sector hard. In the glow of the jumbotrons, I can see the soldiers at the end of the street as they inspect each home. Their black capes, shiny and worn loose in the heat. Each of them wears a gas mask. Sometimes when they emerge, they mark a house by painting a big red X on the front door. No one enters or leaves the home after that. At least not when anyone's looking. Still don't see them? Tess whispers. Shadows conceal her expression. In an attempt to distract myself, I'm piecing together a makeshift slingshot out of old PVC pipes. They haven't eaten dinner. They haven't sat by the table in hours. I shift and stretch my knee, my bad knee. Maybe they're not home. I shoot Tess an irritated glance. She's trying to console me, but I'm not in the mood. A lamp's lit. Look at those candles. Mom would never waste candles if no one was home. Tess moves closer. We should leave the city for a couple weeks, yeah? She tries to keep her voice calm, but the fear is there. Soon the plague will have blown through and you can come back to visit. We have more than enough money for 2 train tickets. I shake my head. 1 night a week, remember? Just let me check up on them 1 night a week. Yeah, you've been coming here every night this week. I just want to make sure they're okay. What if you get sick? I'll take my chances. And you didn't have to come with me. You could have waited back in Alta. Tess shrugs. Somebody has to keep an eye on you. 2 years younger than me, although sometimes she sounds old enough to be my caretaker. We look on in silence as the soldiers draw closer to my family's house. Every time they stop at a home, one soldier pounds on the door, while a second stands next to him with his gun drawn. If no one opens the door within 10 seconds, the first soldier kicks it in. I can't see them once they rush inside, but I know the drill. A soldier will draw a blood sample from each family member, then plug it into a hand reader and check for the plague. The whole process takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I count the houses between where the soldiers are now and where my family lives. I'll have to wait another hour before I know their fate. A shriek echoes from the other end of the street. My eyes dart to the sound and my hand whips to the knife sheathed at my belt. Tess sucks in her breath. It's a plague victim. She must have been deteriorating for months because her skin is cracked and bleeding everywhere. And I find myself wondering how the soldiers could have missed this one during previous inspections. She stumbles around for a while, disoriented, then charges forward, only to trip and fall on her knees. I glance back toward the soldiers. They see her now. The soldier with his drawn weapon approaches, while the 11 others stay where they are and look on. One plague victim isn't much of a threat. The soldier lifts his gun and aims. A volley of sparks engulfs the infected woman. She collapses, then goes still. The soldier rejoins his comrades. I wish we could get our hands on one of the soldiers' guns. A pretty weapon like that doesn't cost much on the market, 480 notes, less than a stove. Like all guns, it has precision guided by magnets and electric currents and can accurately shoot a target 3 blocks away. It's tech stolen from the colonies, Dad once said, although of course the Republic would never tell you that. Tess and I could buy 5 of them if we wanted. Over the years, we've learned to stockpile the extra money we steal and stash it away for emergencies. But the real problem with having a gun isn't the expense, is that it's so easy to trace back to you. Each gun has a sensor on it that reports the user's hand shape, thumbprints, and location. If that didn't give me away, nothing would. So I'm left with my homemade weapons, PVC pipe slingshots, and other trinkets. They found another one, Tess says. She squints to get a better look. I look down and see soldiers spill from another house. One of them shakes a can of spray paint and draws a giant red X on the front door. I know that house. The family that lives there, once had a little girl my age. My brothers and I played with her when we were younger, freeze tag and street hockey, with iron pokers and crumpled paper. Tess tries to distract me by nodding at the cloth bundle near my feet. What'd you bring him? I smile, then reach down and untie the cloth. Some stuff we saved up this week. It'll make for a nice celebration once they pass the inspection. And that's where we'll stop today. See you later.